The bonus about going in the Warhammer category as well is I get the little marker on my VOD, so I know when to strip this out to put it on YouTube. Yeah, so very hyped. There's a lot of people live waiting. They're all like, everyone's here like, watch party, let's go. We're all waiting. Do do do. Three minutes to go. It's making me nervous. Brady's like, I'm supporting. You're doing amazing. Well, hey, wait, they're live. They're live. They'd be like, okay, first thing we do, close the chat. And then I think we put them in theater mode. That gives us a bigger screen. Fantastic, Mundo. Oh. That's a... Hold on a minute. Let me get the screen the right size. Now, I just got to work out sound. If I unmute. If I mute our music, because we don't need that. Sorry, Bubba. And then I'll make sure I get... And... It's okay, Milkshake. Let me just make sure that Chrome sound is coming through. Do. How's that? Is that particularly loud? I'm going to put it slightly more this way. That way it doesn't matter too much if I'm covering the thing. Sounds all good. Thank you, Verity. Hopefully it's loud enough. We'll see how that goes. It's that tricky thing of basically I'm going to have to keep hiding myself for whatever gets revealed under my face. So I was like, what if I don't want to make it I think that was the fact it says preview time. I was like, what is that fanfare? And I realised what it was. My bad. Full size. Let's make it full size. Oh god, we can hear the crowd. That's what would Yarrick do? The fact that we can hear the crowd is not great. But hey, Steel Legion are coming. That's a good start. That is
Welcome to the Adepticon 2026 Warhammer Preview.
No, we can't hear you. An unpleasant sound quality again. Oh, bless them. Technical difficulties, yeah. Oh, they've got a technical difficulty screen though this time, which is good. Yeah, this is what happened last time. Hey, it's always a trick. It's always a rough start. All right, doing anything live? I always feel it's a rough one. Oops, caps. Yeah, it's always a rough one, isn't it? When you're doing something live, you're like. Ooh. So yeah, there's just all the emotes going on there. Yeah, I can't practice, and the hype is too strong for microphones. That's it.
Did you love what you saw?
There, we can hear it. Nice!
Let's go!
Thank you for the sound alert, Ernie.
You just saw something we're already excited about. We are joined here right now, put it on the camera, by about 1,300 Warhammer fans around the world. There's some standing room only in the back. This is about as packed as it gets.
It is absolutely packed, pretty. It's wonderful to be here in the USA for Adepticon.
Fantastic.
I'm going to shrink myself down a bit, put myself up here.
This is my friend Eddie, and for the next 90 minutes to 2 hours, we're going to take you on a
2 hours? Oh no!
Well, let's start with that video we saw about the Steel Legion and the question, what would Garrett do?
What would Jarek do? He'd bring back
I thought it
Steel
was much
Legion, of course.
shorter.
And
This is
we
going to be a
have
long night.
Thursday, the Armageddon Steel Legion are on their way.
Yeah, absolutely. I was talking with the guys from Warhammer Studio earlier today. We expect to see the Steel Legion within around 2 years. They are not going to be tomorrow. The Imperial moves monolithically.
Not that mic.
Wait.
That's the mic. Turn that one off.
It doesn't work.
I'm going to prove things wrong. It's this one, right?
Wait, so he just said then that the Steel Legion are going to be around in about 2 years. So it's a very early reveal.
When the preview we started, the room is filling up. There's thousands of people in the chat. I asked the question, where are people from? And the answer today is they don't have the chance to be open. I went around the room and spoke to people. So when I called your place, give us a shout out. There was a guy from Montana over there. Ohio. Scotland. And something I've never met in
It's a very calm the pitchforks reveal. Yeah. I think that's they did that with World Eaters. didn't they?
Yeah, it's really cool. We've got some amazing reveals for you today, guys. We have some Warhammer 40,000 stuff. We've already seen one thing already. We've got more very soon. We've got some Warhammer Age of Sigmar stuff to show you. We've got some Warhammer Underworld stuff to show you. There is some Middle Earth releases on the way as well. We've got some stuff to show you there. And some stuff at Kill Team as well. So it's an absolutely jam-packed show.
And they start on before.
I'm skeptical.
Until everyone just share the mic. Just share the mic in the middle.
Get cozy for a minute. Right, so. Normally,
You know what?
this part of the show.
Fair play to him for keeping it cool.
Have you done any hobby
I
lately?
have done some hobby. I've been painting Space Wolves because I am playing at Adepticon this weekend.
Is anybody else playing at Adepticon this weekend?
Somebody is really close to a microphone. I can just hear him through this car.
Yeah, we've all brought Space Wolves. We've had about no practice games so far, so if we do get you in the team tournament, just go easy on us. In the
Show them no mercy. Crush them like the dogs they are.
friendly game, it'd be great.
Perfect. I also have been doing hobby, and I can't talk about it because it's secret. But you'll have a clue by the end of tonight.
You think it might not be secret by the end of the night? then?
Less secret. Very good.
And for clarification, they mean doing the hobby, not me.
We'll get really into the meat of it in just a minute. We had some news told to us today by the Warhammer community team back home, which is they're making...
Oh,
It wasn't me, I promise.
both microphones are down.
Have I got a mic now?
Hey! All the credit to them. This is so stressful when stuff goes wrong.
So, as I was saying, the guys back home in the Warhammer community team have launched a new YouTube channel, which is official Warhammer 40,000. The reason for this is we figured Warhammer 40,000 fans might like all of their Warhammer 40,000 videos, whether that's painting or lore or like previews like we're going to show you tonight, all in one place.
New
so
dedicated
if you haven't
Warhammer
already,
40k
go
channel.
and give it a subscribe. Let's get those numbers up. And let's make sure there's one place you can go for all of your Warhammer 40,000 YouTube content. Make
Ever
sense?
so slightly.
Perfect. Is your mic working? The betrayal is real, boys. So, what's going to happen over the next 90 minutes or so is we're going to show you all these previews we talked about. There's going to be some great videos, some fantastic reveals. We'll get overexcited. We'll talk for slightly too long. And then at the end of the show, everybody who's stayed in the room with us and had this wonderful experience, they're going to go away with something super cool. More on that later.
Oh, nice.
Are we about ready to kick this off?
I'm ready to see some cool stuff.
Beautiful. So, the
Here we
first
go.
thing we're going to do is a tiny bit of a retrospective. We know this guy and we love him, and he returned to the Warhammer 40,000 universe. You've all seen Commissar Yarrick, right?
Is that any better? I know they're quite loud. Well, let me get closer to the mic.
He'll appear massively on your screen, but I have a feeling the tech priests are currently applying unguents and blessed oil to the machine so that Eddie can have a mic too. Otherwise, we have to wrestle over it.
Let me know if this is coming out any better if I get closer to the microphone. Maybe that was talking away from
I'm
it.
going to talk about Commissar Yarrick for a moment because I've got the mic. He is my personal favourite character in all of Warhammer.
Thank you. Ooh.
Now that means... No, it's still my mic. So,
Oh,
when I
bless
was a
him.
little boy and I read the stories of Commissar Yarrick and the infamous things he'd done on Armageddon and the epic defence of the Imperium, it really sort of did something to my little wannabe Imperial heart.
Imagine if the kit had the... Okay, I am going now. Okay, Verity, you get some
This
sleep.
heralds something that we're going to show you in a little more detail as the rest of this preview runs on. Eddie,
A level 9
were
hype
you
train
around
there.
when Yarrick first
Woo!
debuted?
I played a game and sent in my results through Whitehall.
Or was this for the Armageddon
Oh, wow.
For the 2000
Third War
Yeah,
campaign?
the third war for
So you
Armageddon.
ended the deals now after you wake
up.
up.
Back of Whitehall, and you sent in the results.
Nice.
You said how your game went, so I sent in one result.
Is anybody else in here old enough and long in the tooth enough that they participated in the Armageddon Global campaign?
I did not. Did anyone here in chat come take part in that?
So, yeah, me too. In fact, I already felt old when it happened, so terrifying. I remember my original Yarrick had like a snippy crab claw. Any snippy crab claw Yarricks in the room? Just me? Yeah, of course there is. Beautiful.
That man remembers.
Right, so let's get an update from the guys behind. Otherwise, we're going to do this preview via the medium of interpretive dance. Nice. I've dispatched my finest Eddie to bring news of the technology. While we fill, I suppose I could just start reading off the list of all the cool stuff we're going to talk to you about, right? It runs for 2 whole pages, guys. This is no joke. Otherwise, it's going to come down to Warhammer trivia.
Oh, no. I was there, Gandalf.
Warhammer trivia. Tell you a joke. I couldn't possibly tell you a joke live on air. This would go badly possible. What I can do is, hello sir, you have your hand up. It's very polite. Go on then. Sorry?
How do we
I didn't hear the
retcon...
question, I'm not answering. Oh, right. Well, there is actually really great lore behind that. And in 15 minutes, we'll tell you about it.
Oh, okay.
And so
Interesting.
start speculating amongst yourselves as to what the reason that Yarrick is in fact not dead. It could be that there was some intervention. It could be that the Imperium is in fact not the reliable news information broadcaster that you might think it is.
I look away and Eddie's fell out of his chair. Gem, that's
I mean, there's
brilliant.
all sorts of ways that the old man of Armageddon could in fact not be dead. I think you can rest assured I'll fill you in, or at least give you a heavy clue. The thing I don't want to do is spoil
I'm with you on that one,
everything,
Pom. The Orcs willed him back. We're on old
This is
Bayer
quite
line.
something, just filling the void. So,
He's filibustering pretty well, you know.
let's get a sense of guys in the room. I can't really check on the guys
It's
in
not
the
easy
chat.
to do this
Who is here to
sometimes.
participate in the Warhammer 40k events this weekend? Lovely. Anybody here for Warhammer Age of Sigmar?
Wait, loads of AOS people.
Now, I met them last year and I'm hoping to meet them again. Any guys for the Middle-earth strategy battle game? Sweet, you're my people. This is great.
We also
You've
could
got
be
some
that
great
big
stuff to
stinking
see
governor
later
we
on in
saw
the show.
executed, spread false
what about
information. That's a
the
really
Horus
good
Heresy?
lore if that's what happens. That'd be really
Warhammer
good.
Underworlds? It's quieter, but they're there. What else did we say we were going to show you today? Oh, Kill Team. Any Kill Team players?
Okay, some Kill Team players. Nice.
This is great. Oh, sorry. I beg your...
Oh, technical difficulties. They're resetting the mics. You know, I will give all the props here. It is not easy when technical difficulties happen. That you've got to find some way to kind of be like, and keep it composed. A fair play to them both. Fair play to them both for keeping that like going. Like, they had one microphone, then the other microphone failed, and so they got a temporary mic, and then the main mic failed. That's so tricky. So, I just hope that we can hear the cinematics over the crowd. I'm hoping they will find a way to mute the mics when they show the videos. That's what I'm really, really hoping for. So, a little milkshake. You know. Yeah. Hey, Sitharuni, how are you doing? Hi. I'm up here in the corner. I'm very small up in the corner because there's a lot of stuff being revealed. How you doing, Sith? I hope you're well. Or we're getting ready.
Does anyone here play Old World?
So wait, we still haven't quite sorted out the sounds for the stream. Yeah, so that's a bit of a problem here, isn't it? I'm hoping they find a way to mute the mics. Yeah. Steel Legion, so they did say, for anyone who missed it, this is a very early concept release, similar to the World Eaters. You're talking Steel Legion in about, some point in the next 2 years, for anyone who missed that.
It's back to me, which means we might be live, so I'm going to talk about it.
Hey, Bubba.
Are there any authentic Steel Legion collectors in the room?
Authentic Steel Legion, that's a really specific wording there.
It's even been in White Dwarf back in the day.
Yeah, worst comes to worst, we can tend to get, yeah, I think worst case scenario, we'll kind of bash through it that
There's loads of
way.
things that I get like excited about and wax lyrical about with regards to Steel Legion. Did you see in the concept art that you saw there that they have the carbinized lasguns?
Yeah, fair play to them.
Slightly shorter so you can...
I have 16 Steel Legion minis, 17 with the Yarrick. Nice.
And then the folding stock. These are the details I love that make the Steel Legion one of my preferred Imperial Guard regiments. So I can live with that. That's pretty dope.
No, the Shakeums. He's such a tiny little Shakeums. Wait, back to technical. Like that, fair play. Handling it well. It's not easy to do this. So, yeah, fair play to him. Let's hope they can sort it out. Because this is the problem when you're going live as well. You don't know until anything happens otherwise. So, hello, Inquisitor Milkshake. Hello. You little Inquisitor Milkshakeums. Oh, what do you need, bubby? You just want fusses. He's like, give me the chin scratches. You know, I don't need to wear my glove anymore. We're just gonna be chilling and chatting. Oh, yeah, I feel like it's one of them. I can only imagine the people watching the chat on the official channel there are probably very like, oh, you not got this right. You got how much money and you haven't got this right? And like, it's live TV, man. It works how it works, right? That's how it works. It'd be one of them things. Oh, Solitaire, give me milkshakes and pets. I love it. Everyone's like slowly waking up from their nap. Like, wait a minute, we're here to go. Do 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 do. Hey, buddy. Do do do. We may be back. I'm unsure. Possibly.
Soldiers of Armageddon.
Oh, that's better.
I will not lie to you. The orc army before us is vast.
Ooh.
They say we cannot win, that the orcs are too many. I don't know about you, but I am growing tired of proving them wrong. I see the steel in your eyes, the fire in your souls. I tell you now.
There's so much new stuff.
We can win. We will win. And if that victory costs us our lives, so be it.
So much stuff.
Another campaign expansion book for Warhammer 40,000, The Return of Yarick. We're going back to Armageddon, back to the War World for a story of the Imperium versus a huge orc war that is invading.
Armageddon is a place that's had some issues, and the sponsor of the issues that are going on right now is none other than the herald of the Speed War, Watchalong Guts.
Oh no, they haven't sorted out the mic. Oh no, different technical difficulty.
You may or may not be familiar with Watchalong. He's a character from Warhammer 40,000 who's been around for a while, but
He's very quiet in the background. I can't change his volume.
riding his warbike Big Rever.
Yes, this is the fastest orc in the galaxy, the most famous, most infamous of the Evil Sun's orcs. A phenomenal new miniature, huge Dakikan on the front of it. A very powerful miniature in the game as well. You've got a load
This is a very, very cool. I love the engine effect.
tanks and infantry quite happily.
This is very cool.
Marine units and pretty much anything it points at. It is just a really cool thing to lead us.
That's so nice.
The narrative hook behind Watchalong and why he's
I think you're right now, man. I think you're right. Expansion book means we may not be getting a new edition anytime soon.
the length and breadth of the galaxy, and as he travels on his Speed War, he wants a bit of an accelerator, and he has discovered that Gazgul Thraka has teleporters. And so the deal is, if he does a good enough job on Armageddon, he gets a boost to carry on his Speed War.
Oh no, sorry, Jem. That's you that had Brand. I'm sorry. Hey, buddy.
Away for the Imperium as well. Let's have a look at some of the things that are coming. So,
Oh, Hippogriff AFV.
what is that?
This is so cool.
Vehicle, as you can see here, is a lightly armored scout tank for the Astra Militarum. These things range ahead of the armor.
This is really nice.
They're used
It's like like a little scout tank.
to seize objectives, drive the enemy out.
I apologize in advance if their sound audio gets fixed and they come blasting through.
Here you can see the options that come with this kit. So obviously you've got a Punisher cannon, you've got a battle cannon, you've got a melter gun. This thing is
This is a cool tank, actually. I really like this.
and extremely useful for moving fast ahead of what is normally quite a traditionally slow army.
That's quite cool. I like that. I like that. That's a very cool, like a fast tank, effectively, is what they've been given. Hey, Bubba. Hello.
Enemy positions and kitted out with whatever
Take the turret off and you get a Batmobile. Just say, that's true.
tanks you go melter if you need to take out troops. You can take some of the anti-troop Punisher cannons, things like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And all of those options that you saw are included in the kit. So you can choose
Don't worry, Milkshake's heading off or laying down.
your force to your needs. That's not the only new vehicle we saw in that great
There's another new vehicle coming.
now. We also are joined by
The Centaur.
Rapid Strike Vehicle.
So I really like this thing. This is a fast-moving,
Oh,
lightly armored
they're getting
transport
louder.
vehicle for your Astra Militarum troops. It is just a beautifully detailed kit.
I like
as well.
that.
It doesn't replace your Chimera, but it kind of rides into battle alongside them and is a tool in the army. Of
I
soldiers
love
together, a
the little
mechanized
open window
Absolutely. This is
that they can
giving you
shoot
some very
through.
different options for your.
Yeah, it does remind me of a Taurox for Standard Guard. That's exactly
The way
it.
it's going to work is you pack it full of troops. You storm forward to the objective.
That's so
and you get out of the
cool.
way. The Chimera would typically sit alongside you guys and offer lots of suppressing.
Oh, I love that. The detail of having the guy in the back, like, holding on.
It's not to do with its rules or even its functionality. Have a look inside
That's
that troop
so nice.
maybe we can go back and get another look at it. But you've got like fully modelled interior with all the guardsmen.
This is
inside.
very cool. Oh yeah, 100% the Taurox engine block, just with the bigger tank tracks at the back, isn't it?
It's not completely armless, right?
Yeah, I agree. The open compartment's lovely.
Talking about. You've got like your Cadians in there riding into battle. I really love this.
That's so cool.
Diorama piece in its
Yeah,
own right.
it's a really cool miniature. You can also build it, of course, with the hatch closed and no troops inside it. If you wanted to.
Nah, no one's gonna build it with the hatch closed.
Death Corps army,
That
or
open bit at the back, why not?
Yeah, absolutely. I'll just leave the guys off it, to be honest. Right. We also showed you.
There was some
Next thing up is probably my favourite thing in the whole preview. I'm calling it now. This is Commissar Graves.
Commissar Graves.
Commissar
Ooh,
Graves
that's the
is
power
a-
fist we saw in the rumor engine.
Ooh, the room like that. Commissar Graves is a member of the High Command for the military operating on Armageddon. She is a stone
I like
cold
this.
killer, a commissar cut from the true mold of the Officio Prefectus.
This is
Literally one of the
stunning.
first things
This
she
is
does in the
stunning.
narrative Is replace one of the high-ranking officers with a bolt round.
That's so nice. That's
She
so
can have the
nice.
character on foot, but she also has the option to come on an armored fighting vehicle.
Yes.
Oh, she
this
can be a
is
tank commander.
Vigilance. This is her own personal rapid strike vehicle, and this thing oozes like the grim darkness of.
That's
Warhammer 40,000.
so cool.
Black paintwork, armored pulpit chased in gold.
Yes, it's a girl. She gets the job done.
Stands on the back with an
I mean, I'm just saying, we've not seen any female commissars be assassinated for fleeing, right? Saying, just saying.
Inside
They get the job done.
Vigilance with her, you see her staff of officio prefectus officers. This is what she calls
That's
her right
such a cool
hand.
tank.
Her left hand is a power fist. Her right hand is a bunch of executioners which she'll use to enact her will.
I think the thing I really like about it is it's nodding a little bit to the Fortress of Arrogance.
Oh, absolutely,
And you get basically both versions. You get her on foot and the tank vehicle, which is really cool.
If you converted yourself up the Fortress of Arrogance, this would look very cool riding to battle alongside it.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really nice. That's a fantastic kit.
The cloth that she's cut from is very different to Yarrick.
I like this this little spin. This is kind of cool.
A heralded hero, right?
The guy that does the Adeptus Arbites army is gonna eat this up. Yes.
Right. We're still not done. Did we see the Adeptus Sororitas?
Yeah, there was an Adeptus Sororitas in here. Woo! Ooh. Intransa Frey, Dogma Superior. Dogmata Superior.
She is the Dogmata Superior for the Adeptus
She's like a
Sororitas.
walker, like a palanquin walker.
She's a member of the Order of the Martyred Lady, and she has a big role involved in that high command for the
That's
officers
really cool.
against the
Literally
Order.
like a...
Yeah, we know this
That's
is
very
played
cool.
a big part in some of the battles for Armageddon in the past. We've seen
Yes, I was thinking, what's the Inquisitor's name? Karamazov. That's exactly it.
Powerful character to add into a Sister of Battle army.
Yes,
It's got a few
that's
different options
exactly
there.
it.
You've got the helmeted, unhelmeted. It brings quite a lot of firepower to the field. You've got a couple of heavy bolters,
This is so
a couple
cool.
of heavy flamers, and then a rack of melter missiles in
I
there
like
as
the
well,
feet.
so a powerful unit to do damage to pretty much anything.
Like very similar to like a hybrid between the Dreadnought and an Imperial Knight.
Yeah, and she also has an Adeptus Sororitas branded loudspeaker nestled under the missile rack, which is nice.
Yeah, always useful.
For those keeping score, this
I'm
throne
liking
is
this.
called the Throne of Blame. You might know the Throne of Judgment. There's at least 2 thrones out there, not,
There's 3 at least.
not including the big one on Terra.
Ah, so they're saying it's one of the specific thrones
Next
that
up
exist.
This is a contender for the strangest model in the preview.
Ooh.
Let me introduce you
Oh, hello!
to Inquisitor Croyle. Who is Inquisitor Croyle?
New Inquisitor!
Croyle is a member of the Ordo Xenos, and he's effectively a big game hunter in Warhammer
That's
40K.
so cool!
This guy hunts down exotic and weird enemies.
Oh, I
and
like that.
monsters. He's come to Armageddon particularly to try and take out some of the Orc warlords and Orc psychers and things.
That mount is
Very
amazing.
strange-looking alien rifle. He is mounted on the weirdest-looking.
Why does that look like he's running an Eldar... He's got an Eldar weapon.
I mean, it looks even
Thing.
worse with the nose bag off, right?
This is so cool!
You've got a couple of head options for the mount, a couple of head options for the character. In game terms, he's very.
They are loving giving humans weird mounts.
So you can imagine him.
Yeah, he's Ordo Xenos. It's definitely an Eldari weapon, right?
The rifle's got a particularly fun rule where once you've managed to hit an enemy unit with it.
The unmounted head is great, isn't it?
Yeah, fantastic. His gun is a Jadari Tox Cycler for the record, and it's one of the stranger-looking guns in Warhammer 40,000, I think it's fair to say.
Jadari Tox Cycler is the weapon. Interesting.
Riding.
It's Sir Hammerlock!
Species.
That's 100% it.
The rest of the species to extinction, but he thought it looked like quite a useful mount, so he kept one of them to ride around on.
So, yeah.
The sound might go skyrocket loud now. I apologize if it does.
Now, where can you learn about all of these characters? Well, we've got a book for you, a slipcase that contains 3. This is Armageddon, The Return of Yarrick, and this contains a narrative book, a book with detachments in, and then a book with some new rules for you to use in your game.
Ooh.
Start with the narrative bit, because it's very exciting. This does answer the question someone shouted out from the crowd earlier of how is Yarrick not dead, right?
It's a good question.
I'm not going to.
Well, here you go. Here's how.
The Space Wolves have something to do with it.
Oh! The Space Wolves might be why Yarrick is alive.
You've obviously got a whole bunch of new detachments. No surprises, some of those are Orc and Imperial themed. There's also another book in there which is Armored Gauntlet, which is effectively tank and vehicle battles.
Maybe there's not going to be a new edition.
Very cool for
Maybe.
if you wanted a speed war fighting into an Orc, an Imperial tank or mechanized company, something like that.
Interesting.
War on the War Planet, yeah, absolutely. And finally, there's a bunch of detachments in the detachments book as well.
I'm with you on that, man. That's what I reckon.
Perfect. All of this,
I want to pick up those new guard vehicles. Yes.
so you'll be able to.
Oh!
Oh, there we go. We've moved on.
A big Armageddon battalion box.
The first place
Rogel Dawn.
standing ovation.
2 of the new AFVs. and the new Centaur, and a squad of Cadians. Ooh, Hippogriff, thank you, I couldn't remember what it was called. Yeah, Hippogriff AFV, wasn't it? Or APV, whatever it was. Ooh. Oh, their sound's cut out. Oh, they're back. They keep cutting in and out. Oh, 100%, this is going to be a fast sale, this one here. Weirdly, I don't think it was ATV, though. I think it was P, which just threw me a little bit. Not all-terrain vehicle. Ooh! Def Copters. Vehicles. Rucker Truck Squig Buggy, Def Killer War Trike, and 2 squads of Def Copters. That's a nice box. That's really nice.
If you're looking to keep in transi affray the Dogmata Superior Company, there's a new battalion for the Adeptus Sororitas coming. This is like an infantry ground and pound army in a very real sense. With quite
Adeptus Sororitas 1, so...
You've got the Repentia, you've got Novitiates...
We've got Repentia, Novitiates... the what they're called, the Palanite, not Palatine or whatever they're called, the ones at the back. Drukhari or Cadian was my choice of a new army, and I went Drukhari. I mean, that's a good choice. It's a very good choice.
A very punchy addition to an Adeptus Sororitas army.
Ooh.
Yeah, absolutely. And then
this is very cool.
One more battalion.
Paragons, thank you. Oh, their mic has just cut out again.
There is, I promise.
I apologise if it spikes. I'm kind of hovering. Deathwatch! Yes! Oh, I love this. All the new plastic miniatures from the kill team, plus the vehicle, plus the flight, the ship, the flyer. That's very cool. I'm hoping that means that Deathwatch get rules to not run them just within Imperial agents. I would love that. That would be great.
Now, we are not done in the Dark Millennium, but we're going to show you something a little bit different.
Caught it.
Somewhere in the room we have some friends from...
it's much loud.
Some friends from our...
Hopefully it's not too loud. Black Star, thank you.
Workshop, and they've got an amazing new thing that we're going to show you right now.
Ooh, new thing.
Right now. And
there we go.
Once, he was known as Calistarius. Now, after conquering the Black Rage, he is reborn as one of the most formidable psychers in the Imperium of Man. Standing upon the stairs of the Arx Angelicum, we present to you the Chief Librarian of the Blood Angels, the Lord of Death, Mephiston. He is the sole member of the Blood Angels to conquer the Black Rage. Yet beneath that control lies a force capable of devastating wrath. We have depicted Mephiston amidst the battle-damaged environment of the Arx Angelicum, harnessing a powerful psychic attack. His aristocratic features contorted into a rageful expression as psychic energy ripples between his temples and through his psychic hood. In one hand, his four-sword Vitaris crackles with power. In the other, psychic energy gathers, poised to manifest the Emperor's wrath. Mephiston's resplendent artificer armor, richly adorned with Blood Angels iconography, has been rendered in exquisite detail by our sculptors. His presence is further elevated through masterful, visceral paint applications, with every surface and texture carefully realized to bring depth, contrast, and gravitas to this defining portrait of the Lord of Death. He is a figure of awe within the Blood Angels chapter. Make him a figure of awe upon your shelf.
I'm sorry. That person needs to present everything. That was fantastic. 1/6 scale. Woo! That is huge. Also, that guy needs to present everything. His voice was fantastic for that. That was amazing. That was so good. Oh, that's really nice. I'd love to get some of the wet like stuff to have on shelves and that, but the studio's not big enough for me to put anything in here. But yeah. So if I buy 6, I get a full one. Kind of?
Throughout the rest of this weekend, week and weekend, that statue you saw in the video is here. If you want to look at it in person, go and chat to Jules and learn all about it.
That sounds so
Pop
cool.
down to where the Warhammer shop is, and you can
yes, Inquisitor with 1/6 minis.
Exquisite, so it's well worth a visit.
It will happen at some point.
While we're talking about licensed things, we have another officially licensed product I'm pretty excited about because they sent one for me to wear.
Oh, you got a thing? New clothes to wear? Or is it a helmet? Hey!
The new White Scars helmet. We've seen a couple of these helmets.
The mic dipped out on their end again. It's got lights inside. This is the ones from, is it Joy Toy or Not Wetter? For it, so these are cool. These are very cool.
Titus helmet, I love it. It fits my head. If anybody wondered, my head is colossal. It's ridiculously big. And there's room in there. It's not on its biggest setting, so
it's very cool to do those.
Will it fit? Definitely, unless you have a.
I like the fact the eyes light up, which is very cool. The fact that the eyes light up is great.
There we go. You can check these things out. There'll be links to it all on the Warhammer Community website. Cool. Make sure you go and have a look.
They do a blue beaky and have to take out a loan.
I believe that helmet is available to pre-order as of tonight as well.
Oh, I hope you find Space Marine 3. I haven't thought about that. I reckon that'll be in the Gaming with Skulls event later in the year.
We have other exciting news, which is still in the Dark Millennium, and this relates to something coming very soon to Warhammer Plus.
Ooh, Warhammer Plus. What we got?
Sigma Command. This is Flight Commander Kai.
Welcome to Sigma Nova. The Emperor protects. Where did they come from?
Finally, something for Aeronautica Imperialis! It may be a show, but yes. Ooh.
This is an all-new animation coming soon to Warhammer Plus, Aeronautica Imperialis. Eddie, what can you say?
Yeah, exactly that. So we knew this animation was on its way. We can tell you a few more things about it today. So it's called Aeronautica Imperialis, and as you imagine, it is about the pilots of the Imperial Navy. They are up against the Eldar pilots of Craftworld's Sam Han. And it is effectively an aerial war of attrition across a frozen world.
I really hope alongside this they bring back the boxes for Aeronautica. I have them up here. I love them. It's such a good game.
One of which finished today. If you've not watched Penitence, go and check it out. It's on Warhammer Plus right now. This will be a 3-part series, and it will explore both the Imperial Navy, and it has a few scenes as well from the Eldar perspective as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So
I'm very hyped to see what happens with this.
The Eldari fighters in it. Well, it's a fighter.
I mean,
bombers, right?
the game itself is fantastic.
Nightwing, and then you've got a couple of
looks like Hoth on that cold planet.
effectively doing the bombing runs, trying to take out
That's why.
forces.
That's going to make a joke about Wesley. They didn't call it cold.
For the most part, there's quite a high attrition rate, I would say, for the Imperial Thunderbolt pilots.
Maybe don't get too attached.
Yeah, maybe don't get too attached to any of the characters.
Oh.
She is one of the Imperial pilots.
The reality of flying in the Imperial Navy. That's what happens.
The Eldar planes.
Fantastic. And then one of the things,
I'm hyped for this.
The first episode, I really enjoyed it. I'm one of those people that grew up watching
Ray?
some of those
Ray
classic
Skywalker.
sort of air war movies, Iron Eagle,
I think it's
Top
K.
Gun, Battle of Britain.
I think it's K, not Ray.
This hits all of the right buttons.
Maybe it is Ray.
Fight
I think
in
it's
the
K.
first episode, which is breathtaking.
The-
And you get to meet this guy.
I know people were annoyed at the start of how slow these animations are coming out, but you cannot deny the quality is peak. They are nailing this.
In this show are from his perspective.
They do something around Wind's World, that would be amazing. That would be very cool.
Very, very different perspective from the
Because there was a
quite hard done by
book series around that, around Wind's World, but from the Aeronautica, the Imperial Navy's perspective, which was very cool. Very, very cool. I know their sound keeps peaking and dropping, so I'm hoping I'm keeping up with the changes. Let me know if one is too high or not high enough. Let me know. Hopefully we should be all good.
And it'll be on the Warhammer TV platform. Perfect.
Okay.
Cool. We are nowhere near done yet. We're still staying in the Warhammer 40,000 universe. But we're going to go and take a look at Kill Team for a minute now.
Oh, Kill Team! Kill Team!
Call sign Jester. The toughest thrown down grunts on the Eastern Fringe. We've fought Tyranids before. They're tough. But they drop if you know where to shoot them. We thought we were ready.
Ooh.
We were wrong. Spectre Squad. Call sign Jester. The toughest throw.
I think we're done.
Oh.
I'm going to talk as if we're back on air. So this is Kill Team Terror on Devlin.
They're going on this whole take out a big enemy.
Men and women of Spectre Squad.
Pinktober model confirmed. The Red Terror, Pink Terror.
These are elite scout troops for the Astra Militara.
Yeah, this is effectively a brand new kill team. This is a
That's such a cool
stealthy
sculpt.
kill team with lots of kind of fun mechanics to keep yourself hidden.
I bet this kill team was for Schaefer's last chances, but these took the look choice. Yeah, I feel like that. I kind of felt like it was going to be the last chances on this one, but the kind of way they were going for it. Oh wait, hold on. Something's not loading. Is that crashed on their end or is that our end? No, I think we're still good. I think they're slow on their end. Oh no, they've had Twitch connection issues. No, that's not us. That's them. We're still good, right? We're still good. We're still live. Yeah, we're still good. We're still good. Oh no, that's gotta suck. Oh no. Oh, bless them. They've got their, yeah. They'll stuff will crash. Is it crashed also on YouTube, Shrimp? You said it was on YouTube as well. Oh, bless them. Hey, technical difficulties suck for anybody. Doesn't matter how big you are. Technical difficulties suck. Let me just see if they're still live. They're still live. Oh, bless him. Yeah, this is never easy. It's never easy. We just gotta wait and see what happens. They might bounce back. If they don't bounce back, they'll just refresh and then they'll come back for it. Oh no, Cheeto, I know. They didn't pre-check most of it, did they? I feel like they did. I think this is just you're live, you're in a temporary location, so much could go wrong. It's crashed on YouTube as well. Okay, cool. Yeah, Red Terror, right? Ooh, we're back. That Red Terror, though. Oh, that is stunning. That is and what a glow up for the Red Terror, right? From what it was before. That's insane. The pinkest Terror. Does it come with Devlin Mud? I hope they bring that back. That would be amazing, right? Also, I've never realized that Devlin Mud. Do you ever feel this looks like the guy Devlin from Destiny as well? I've never kind of put the connection together. I don't think it is one. I just moved my brains like the guy who's in the EDC. Yeah, I've still got a pot of Devlin Mud. I think it's completely dried up, but I have the pot for it. Yeah. So their audio is gone. There's nothing you're not missing anything at this point. But yeah, these sculpts though, stunning, absolutely stunning. Love the fact that they've got like the level of the patches on the jacket. There's a lot of scope here to put a lot of detail, which is really cool. I love the fact that he's got the biggest gun and has like the eye patch. Honestly, it's hard enough to get audio right in a venue like that, even without streaming. Oh, 100%. Like, is one of those. It just happens. Devlin Mud has turned into Devlin Earth. It's like Devlin Earth now. Yeah. Yeah. It's one of those. It's it happens, doesn't it? Fair play to him. But these models are gorgeous. These are absolutely fantastic. So, yeah, you got the Vox Relay beacon there for Spectre Squad. The designers have been watching a lot of World War II movies. Yes, Scrot, I'm getting that. The Spectre Squad Stub Gunner. The Terror on Devlin. These look fantastic as a sculpts. These look brilliant. Like, I like guard models, but I kind of get a bit nervous with guard models that I'll get a bit need painted out, because a lot of the sculpts are kind of very similar. Like, I know that you can get that with Space Marines, but at least you get a variety of Space Marines. Cadians are all just kind of Cadians, right? Standard ones. But this Red Terror, though. Get rid of the area Wash was a crime. Bada Black was peak. Peak Wash. Oh. This is fantastic. What a model. No, it's not too... I mean, hey, it's I was the most gutted when they got rid of tin bits. But which, luckily, though, Two Thin Coats made bits of tin. So I'm really happy. And that's it. You get weirdly attached to a paint, don't you? It's just kind of the way it goes. But yeah, that Red Terror is sensational. What a glow up from what it was before, right? That's crazy. This thing, and I like this new way they're doing kill team, which is, what if your entire kill team has to fight against an enemy that is like similar to the Nightbringer box? You fight against the Nightbringer collaboratively. This one, I feel like it's going to be a couple of you take control of the squad, and then like there's like somebody plays as the Red Terror, but in like it's playing almost like an AI, so to speak, in terms of the fact that you roll the dice on its behalf, it moves. Oh, I love it. I hope there's a way to remove it from the pillar. Ooh, that's going to be interesting, yeah. I think the only bit of the pillar it looks like it's attached to is the bit on this part of the curve and the little bit at the end. I reckon they'll be separate. I reckon they'll be maybe not the claws on the end, the bits of stone on the end of his claw, but should be easy enough to shave off, worst case scenario. That is sensational. Absolutely sensational. 10 out of 10 Tyranid model. It is terrifying. It is just fantastic. But it's also not incredibly tall for the sake of being tall. It's quite nice and wide, which is good. Yeah, like a boss fight with ads. That's a really great way of describing it. I feel that's a great way to play Kill Team. I'd be up for playing this. The box looks fantastic. Yeah, I feel this would be a good painting project. The Spectre Squad as well. They look fantastic. Oh, a new dossier for Kill Team for running these Nemesis operatives. Oh, so you'll be able to do things like fight against big enemies. So, oh, hold on, they're back. Very quiet. They're back very quietly. They're picking up speed.
Two kill teams going up against each other while a Hellbrute and a Redemptor Dreadnought slug it out in the middle of the battlefield.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Cool opportunities to have some fun. Of course, you'll need some new Nemesis operatives, so we've got some returning favourites.
Oh, the Zote!
Blackstone Fortress.
The Zote!
Yeah, so this is the Archivist. He is a Zote.
Nah, man!
Saw him in Blackstone
Nah,
Fortress.
man!
We are re-releasing him for use in games of Kill Team. And yeah, you can play this along and have your Kill Team try and hunt him down. Also coming back from Blackstone Fortress, we have another returning Nemesis operative.
Another one?
Hopefully we'll get to see in a second.
So the next one up is the Amble.
Yes!
A real classic from back in the day Warhammer.
Yes!
Ambles are common to worlds across the Imperium. They are
Oh,
an invasive
fantastic!
predator. Their prey includes humans. So you definitely get bad news if you start an Amble colony on your planet. But they are exactly the sort of thing.
Oh, that's amazing!
Kill Team board.
Absolute yes! Yes!
Fantastic. So that's a whole bunch of great.
Oh,
for
fantastic!
Kill Team. We're going to take a slight diversion away from.
So the Ambles and the Zotes are part of the Nemesis book. So you'll play Kill Team, and there'll be something.
And have a look at some upcoming releases.
Sorry.
We've got planned for Warhammer.
Oh, that was loud. Oh, more heresy stuff. Hold on, let's go to heresy stuff. I'll catch you up on that one. There we go.
So there we are. Warhammer the Horus Heresy.
Yeah, it's coming in.
And this is a new variant coming soon to the classic Spartan tank.
Spartan Prometheus assault tank.
This is basically the tank if you really, really like heavy bolters.
Yeah, man, their audio is peaking up and down. I'm doing what I can to compensate. I hope it's okay. You're saying silent now? Can you still hear them?
With a new armored variant. The kit will include not just the heavy bolter mounts that you can see there, but it also includes laser destroyers, which is one of my favourite ways of blowing up enemy tanks.
Yeah, they're very quiet on their end.
You can see some detail. They're one on the right-hand side. That's the laser destroyer. It's got some extra bits and pieces, and is a perfect way to transport your soldiers across the battlefield in relative safety.
Hey, new land raiders kind of cool.
You've got two very different ways of playing this. The laser destroyer is obviously excellent for taking out enemy tanks.
Yep.
The heavy bolters arguably become much more useful in recent months. Obviously, you've got the Mechanicum have joined in a big way to the Horus Heresy.
This is very cool. New land raider. It's always nice.
The heavy bolter loadout has become much more useful than it
At least my sound's okay. Yeah, annoyingly I can't turn. I'm on max volume for their channel, if that makes sense.
This isn't the only thing that's coming for the Horus Heresy. There's also reinforcements due for the Solar Auxilia.
Ogrins!
So here you can see, rendered in plastic for the first time, the Karanite Ogrin section.
Yeah, so the Karanite Ogrins are basically like the brawlers and brutes.
Nice.
If you have a Solar Auxiliary army, you will know that mostly on the battlefields of the Dark...
Oh, yes.
Age of Darkness. There we go.
I feel now I wait for you. Yes.
Space Marines and custodies and demons and all sorts of stuff. So if the enemy reaches your lines, you need a counterpunch. The Ogrin section provides that. These are brutal brawler melee units that can run in and with sheer brute force alone go toe-to-toe with some of the gene-enhanced superhumans of that age.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fantastic.
And this isn't the only thing for the Solar Auxilia.
More for Solar.
Some additional fire support. Here we can see one of the close-ups. They've got a variety of weapons, but they've also got some heavier weapons coming to bolster the Solar Auxilia. You've got this is the Rapier fire support battery. Essentially, this is how you tackle enemy.
These have been available in Legions Imperialis, so it's nice that these are now available here.
This is the shooting down variant. It's the classic mole mortar. You can see that guy's clutching canisters that aim equipped with driller-tipped shells for going underground and coming up inside bunkers and trench lines. Then you've also got the bombard, which is for loosing off multiple shots.
This is very cool.
On the enemy.
Yeah, both of these really cool different ways to shoot the enemy from far away, whether they're underground or overground. There's also a direct fire version of the Rapier on its way as well, which also has
I love the underground drill variant. That's so cool. Yeah, the mole mortar.
So the first kit, it makes either of those support weapons for firing indirectly, either the quad launcher or the mole mortar, and then the direct fire kit contains things for shooting in a straight line. So here we go.
Oh, nice! Two different versions of the kit.
You might expect to see it on a Rapier platform.
It is a good day for fans of heavy bolters.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah, a lot of heavy bolters.
This thing became so useful to the Solar Auxilia because many of the early battles of the Great Crusade era were fought in space in boarding actions. And so there's a fun fact: if you look at the caterpillar tracks on these things, there's like rubberized nubs running between them. That's so that it doesn't skid around on the deck plate.
That's kind of cool.
Enemy ships. So this kit, as we said,
these mortars from Nottingham, brand new are these.
There's a multi-laser. This is the laser destroyer. So you've got a variety of weapons with which you can equip your Rapier platforms.
This is very cool.
Bring battle to the enemy however you see fit.
Yeah, loads of ways of killing the enemy from far away, and also some Ogrins to kill them up close.
Perfect, absolutely so. Some of these things, the rules for them you won't find inside your existing Liber books. Fear not.
That's the new Battle of Talon book. That's going to be kind of cool.
Talon Part 1. There may be more on the way.
Yeah, there's a direct fire and an indirect fire. So one's like a bombard mortar or an underground mortar, and the other kit is a direct fire, like is in shooting straight ahead.
You can expect this to delve into.
So it's kind of cool that you get to choose which version of it you want to build.
Horus Heresy fans, of which it seems there's a great many in the room, something to sink
which is going to be very cool.
There we go. Right. Let's leave Warhammer 40,000 and the Horus Heresy for a little while. We're coming back to them towards the end of the show.
Ooh.
And let's go to the Warhammer Underworlds.
Underworlds, okay, what are we getting for Underworlds?
So, on your screen right now, you
new
can see
Lumineth.
Ariel's Zephyrite, an all-new Underworlds warband from the Lumineth Realm Lords.
Yeah, so
was that Archer
really
blind?
Fun, multi-trick warband with loads of different abilities. You've got some great combat units in there. There's some shooting.
That's where the Archer had like a blindfold on.
Some magic, so it's a real kind of jack-of-all-trades warband.
I swear there was one with it a minute ago.
Mechanics. They are built around effectively use of the Hurricane Temple.
Yeah, they're at the back.
There's a little character in there.
I can't think of the help of the Fever and the Dirt Lead sketch.
Wind you can see, just kind of bottom right there. And she's got some kind of fun mechanics in terms of...
So
they're really nice
Ariel
models.
is the leader of the warband, kind of like a wind mage, as it were, and Zool is the familiar that you see next to her.
That's really nice.
Kind of like a fox dog.
Yeah, it's just incredibly lucky.
There you can see him on the screen. There's an interesting mechanic with this warband, which is essentially these warriors, they fight based on sort of the feeling the skeins of wind and on the air, and that helps them locate the enemy and then outmaneuver them.
Oh, that's
So
really
Zul,
cool.
When you place it down, it's like a marker, and essentially its proximity gives buffs to the models
That
that
fox
are
is
attacking it.
really gorgeous,
Effectively like
really
the eye of
nice.
the hurricane wherever it goes.
Absolutely.
And then the units around it get buffs based on their proximity to it. So,
Yeah, worth it for only the fox. They do get the best familiars, the Underworld's warbands. Remember Crab
Lovely trend
and
that
Knife
Warhammer
Monkey?
Underworlds has had of showing like awesome familiars and creatures and stuff as well.
I think everybody likes it when the warbands have a pet.
Yeah, absolutely.
This
is
might
my
look
favourite
above,
model
the
in
flying
edition.
fox.
It's just that classic sort of ranger archetype, and really reminds me of maybe Shadow Warriors from the world that was.
There's definitely a Shadow Warrior vibe about
That's
it.
very
Yeah,
cool.
absolutely. So these models will be coming soon to Warhammer Underworlds, and are an exciting thing to maybe add up, change up what we see in the Underworlds.
Just the one for Underworlds, or
Very nice. Very good.
we're
We're
gonna
going
get
to
more?
depart now from Warhammer Underworlds and go to a place
Just the
very
one.
near and dear to my heart as a staunch Middle Earth. Let's go and let's look at some things coming out for the Middle Earth Battle Game.
Middle Earth!
So this is the first of the releases that we'll talk about. These are the Hill Tribesmen Commanders, inspired by the Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim movie, the animated film that we saw at the cinema a few years ago. I loved it, and it's great to see these guys making it onto the tabletop.
Oh, these look
We've already
great.
got the Hill Tribesmen as warriors, so this gives you some additional commanders for your force. You've got the Chieftain on the left, you've got a Standard Bearer and a Hornblower. There's an additional option contained within this kit which will be very useful for your force. If you look at the right-hand side of the screen, this guy is a variant and essentially allows you to build the Chieftain instead as an Oathmaker from that scene in the Two Towers in the Lord of the Rings trilogy, where Saruman and the Wild Men make their compact to attack Rohan together.
You've also got
That's
some
cool.
options on the Chieftain in that box as well. The Chieftain can have a two-handed weapon, or you can have a hand weapon and a shield, or you can build him as the Oathmaker as well. So some great options to
I'm
choose
back.
from.
I was like hiding myself so you could see the other model.
Just continue to lavish the detail and attention that the range deserves onto these models. These are fantastic leaders and extra helpers for your army. I play quite a lot on the Middle Earth tournament scene. It's quite interesting to see how the Hill
These look
Tribesmen
fantastic.
meta.
These are stunning.
By any means,
I hope there's more than
although
just this
they
squad,
take
though.
A lot of casualties. Who are they fighting against? Well, the Hill Tribesmen's traditional enemy is obviously the Rohirrim. So first of all, we have new Warriors of Rohan Commanders.
Well, hey, new Warriors of Rohan
It's a
Commanders.
set that features a captain, a standard bearer, and a hornblower. Classic
Nice.
staples to lead your warriors in your
These are great.
bands into battle.
Yeah, so this is a really lovely multi-part kit. There's some cool options to call out on this that aren't immediately apparent. The biggest ones are on the Chieftain, so the Captain. So you have a choice of heads. So you can have either an armoured kind of head, as you can see there. There's also an unhelmeted head. If you
That's cool that you get both.
If you wanted to have two characters in your army, for example, you could have.
They're so detailed for such tiny sculpts. These are really nice.
On the Captain of different chest plates.
It's just like, I want it all. Give me all of the Middle Earth.
Looks quite similar to the Warriors of Rohan. There's also a heavily armoured one, which you can see there, which fits in really nicely if you've gone for like a Royal Guard heavy Riders of Rohan force, which are quite a popular unit. Or if you just want to have two in your
These are
army and
stunning. Really stunning.
And a fantastic new plastic addition to the Rohan force. Perhaps the most anticipated kit for
So
Rohan,
nice.
been designed for a long time,
New Riders of Rohan.
is a redo of the now quarter-century-old Riders of
Wow.
Rohan. These are one of the most iconic units that you see in all of the Lord of the Rings movies.
Yeah, they are absolute scenes.
Whoa! I didn't realize they were 25 years old.
This is a very venerable kit getting an update. The original Riders of Rohan, of course, came out alongside the original trilogy.
Oh, that makes sense, actually, yeah.
80 years ago. So these are well due an update.
Nice.
The horses are amazing. I really like the armored helmets on these.
Yep.
Riders of Rohan, of course, are very well equipped warriors.
Sith,
Every
I am
single
now
one
poor.
comes with a shield, a hand weapon, a bow. You've also got the option in there to give them.
I'm not sure about the scale. I feel...
Really cool, dynamic looking unit.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
keep on
heroic
track,
scale.
The guys who play the Middle Earth strategy battle
I'm not
game,
sure.
will want to know. All of the hand weapons can be exchanged where you see them holding the axes and the swords and the throwing spears. They can either be hand weapons or they can be throwing spears. So it's a versatile unit.
Nice.
The throwing spears for the record. So a really long
Yeah,
away.
not heroic, it's true. Awesome. Thank you, Sith.
And it's just beautiful to see them rendered. I've got a Rohan army. I've put some of these new ones alongside it, and they also go really nicely together. So
Ooh, nice.
If
Okay, that's
your
good to
thing is
know.
collecting all the models and having your force look beautiful on the shelf in your cabinet, These are going to blend in beautifully.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Rohan, right, is that they're not standardized completely, so you can
absolutely.
mix kind of the
This is
old ones with
really
the new ones.
nice.
Ones could just be the slightly fancier ones with the cool horse helmets.
I'm liking
Of
this.
course, if you
I'm
want
liking
to,
this.
You can just have a whole army of the new ones, that's also fine.
Fantastic. Now, that's our time in Middle-earth done. It was lovely to be there for a little
That's a
while.
nice amount of Middle-earth, though. That's some good
Onwards,
stuff.
As we continue on our preview, we're going to go now from Middle-earth to the Mortal Realms.
Age of Sigmar time.
Enemies think us
Check
weak.
this out.
We will dissuade them of that notion. We shall not cower behind our walls. We are the wall. We will march out, reclaim the lost realms. Our enemies will break upon our shields. And by courage and steel, we will drive them back to whatever foul pit once spawned them.
Oh damn,
Our
they look
enemies think us weak.
This is
wicked.
a fantastic addition to the Cities of Sigmar range. Loads of things to talk about. We saw them on the screen.
Arby.
Detail. First up are the Free Guild Grenadiers. Eddie?
Yeah, so Free
Love
Guild
the Futurama
Grenadiers are
reference.
effectively your hard-working, all-purpose elite infantry for the Free Guild. They come with great combat stats. They come with shooting abilities. They've got grenades. There's a flamethrower in the unit. There's a blunderbuss in the unit. They are just a really useful unit.
Okay, yeah, you
In
10 out of 10,
war
10 out of 10 for
terms,
that
they've
one.
got Really interesting things about how they're chosen from amongst the Free Guild.
Yeah, absolutely. Essentially, the Free Guilds recruit the brawniest, the sturdiest,
These look
the biggest
awesome.
and toughest
These are
warriors
great.
from
I
amongst
feel
their
like,
number, and then train them to be the Grenadiers.
as
These
much
are
as
the
these look
breaches.
awesome, it does feel
when
like
you,
Cities of Sigmar had stuff recently, but I think it was like 2.5 years ago, wasn't it? It was before the new edition dropped. Cities of Sigmar got the update.
Yeah, these
But
are like
weirdly,
your
it feels like it was
close
fairly
combat,
often.
down and dirty fighters if you need to kind
It
of
wasn't that long ago.
cleanse, an undead infestation from a mausoleum or something. These are really
It's weird. It's a weird one, isn't it?
Every single one of these models is really fun and dynamic as well.
Yeah, the
They seem to be
ogres.
like the kind of logical extension
I definitely get a newer look. I'm really excited to see the size of these giant ones.
brutal,
They look
equipped
brilliant.
for whatever the situation demands of them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely fantastic. I'm hyped.
They are, however, not the only new unit that we saw in that
Sure
preview.
was the ogres.
And they're not the only elite unit for that matter. We also saw for the first time the Free Guild Gallants, which I think we can go to now.
Oh, these guys.
So these are
They're
like
so
good knights
cool.
for the Cities of
Proper
Sigmar, right?
medieval armor.
So we've already seen a unit of knights on horses. These are the infantry equivalent. They are
I love
the best
these.
defensive unit effectively in the Cities of Sigmar. They can take a
That's
charge
such a nice
incredibly well.
sculpt.
Each one of them is effectively an iconic hero for the Cities of Sigmar. They not only fight very well, but they inspire the troops around them.
That's
to fight
so
better.
cool.
The miniatures are phenomenally cool.
Yeah,
there
there's-
are like loads of
You
different
can see
cool
where they've got
models
the
behind
inspiration,
shield
obviously,
design,
after crafting the
vehicles
steel
featured
rook.
on the base and weapons and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, you
The
get a kick
event
out of,
miniature.
like, unusual
This is
armor
so
types. They've
nice.
got, like, my favourite helmet of all time is the completely anachronistic visored barboot, which you've got here. We saw a hound skull on the last guy. You can interchange the heads and lots of the arms and things, so you can make this unit
Oh, nice, you can swap a lot
entirely
around.
own,
That's very
oozing
cool.
in character and charm, right?
You can also mix quite a lot of the parts in this kit with the existing knights. So
Free
if
Guild
you've-
Cavaliers as
Yeah,
well?
so with the Cavaliers. So if you've got some like spare helmets and stuff, or you just want loads and loads of knights, you can mix and swap and change.
Oh, that's
and make
cool.
some really unique things. So it's a lovely kit to play with. The
Interchangeable
miniatures
kit with the
look
Free
great.
Guild
It's a key
Cavaliers.
unit in the game.
That's nice.
Fantastic. We also saw some new hero models for
There's
Cities of Sigmar.
so many, so many. new
So this guy is Jorvan Creel.
Ooh. Heir of the
He's
Kraken,
the,
Jorvan
survivor of
Creel.
Anvilgard, is it?
Anvilgard.
Anvilgard, there we go. And he's kind of like a ranger archetype, right?
Yeah,
It's
so he
Milkshake,
is,
it's
a
you.
survivor of a city
It's
that's
Milkshake.
been taken over by the forces of
He's stripy and grey like Milkshake.
So he has blood vengeance basically against the Daughters of Cain. But
Ooh.
right now he is engaged in driving back the Skaven infestations of the mortal realms in the realm of fire. He
Now
is
that's a
effectively
Mordheim
a
mini.
range
I love it.
And he is effectively a really solid, dependable, mid-range skirmish hero for the Cities of Sigmar.
Fantastic. And he's still not the only hero that we saw. Next
There's
up
even
is
more
the
heroes.
Malice Forge Priest. A classic take on that warrior priest archetype from the world that was. Sigmar is like a smith.
I love this. This is just like,
He's
oh, come at me, bro.
The Priest archetype is such a cool piece of Warhammer lore, and it's great to see that kind of coming
It's so
through
cool.
in Warhammer Age of Sigmar now. There's a couple of options in there as well. You've got a choice of heads, so you can either go with the classic bald warrior priest.
Yeah, my hairstyle.
Or you can have the kind of slightly mad-looking.
Just
look.
trolling him. That was brilliant.
And of course, he comes with an enormous Warhammer.
There's an actual cat, bringing the total to 2. 2 whole cats in Warhammer.
Yeah, absolutely. There was also a trio of wizards that we
This is
saw.
so cool.
In that.
Oh, hell yes.
This is your classic fire wizard. Has some really interesting rules in the game. Essentially.
Oh, I love that.
Targets a unit with a spell. That unit gains a characteristic which is
That's so nice.
Incandescent, yeah, it's starting to smolder, and subsequent targeting of the same unit is even more dramatic. I think it adds D3.
Oh wow, what a beautiful sculpt.
The miniature is just really, really cool as well. Like,
That's so dynamic. That's beautiful.
Some of these appearing at future Golden Demons and things like that.
And crazy though this one is, it is not even nearly the craziest looking wizard in this update.
There's another wizard.
Exactly. Next up, we'd like to introduce you to the Amethyst Nell Mage.
So this is a, a wizard who uses the power of Shaiish, the power of death.
Oh.
You can see them replete with various symbols of the realm of death. They have a scythe, there's loads of skulls, they have a weird candle. They have a bell on their head and 2 weird mechanical skeletons that hit the bell at regular intervals. And there's even a version where you can lift up the visor, and that's what it looks like if you get hit in the head by 2 mechanical skeletons all day long.
Yeah, absolutely. This is sort of grim darkness.
That's so cool.
Isn't it? With,
that's so nice.
The strangest, most
They're like, we are the wizards who say nee. A little bit.
Just everything about this is amazing.
Still not the
it's
weirdest
still not might be the weirdest wizard, absolutely. Next up, we have Erasmus Zon, the Enlightened One.
So Erasmus Zon is an inhabitant.
That mount is
Settlers
awesome.
Gain, which is a twin Lumineth and Cities of Sigmar city. He is one of the first graduates of a program set up by the Lumineth to try and teach mortal followers the ways of Healys, to enlighten them into the ways of the Lumineth.
Oh wow!
He's been so successful in that he's actually surpassed the magical ability of some of his trainers. So the Lumineth are maybe not super keen on quite how well he's taken to light magic. But he is a very powerful spellcaster. The wizard obviously does all of those things.
His wings are spectacular. Whoever painted that is stunning.
Yeah, so that is a heliomorph. If you've ever seen one of them before, then you're a better person than I am. It's called Glyphwing, and it is the uncanny combination of a ram, a griff, and it has a snake for a tail.
That's so cool.
Basically what happens if you when you're choosing your mount, you take
Taxonomy mashups and fantasy games is where I check out. I would just wish to have a tank. That's fair.
And it fills out another one of those winds of magic that are now
Like, I'll have the tank. That'll do.
4 of them now, I think, out of the possible colleges. Which
You got that snake is painted phenomenally.
We also
though.
saw in this the Gate Gargants, which are fantastic new kit for the Cities of Sigmar.
They're huge.
There's a way that the Cities of Sigmar fight, right? They advance like a moving castle as the Dawnbringer Crusade.
They're Gargants, right? They're Gargants. They've got to be massive.
So the walls of your castle are made up by your steel helms and your fusiliers. These guys
Has I be not afraid to feel it? Yes.
So they take the charge of the enemy. Enemies smash against those enormous doors. Once the enemy's broken upon them, they part the gates and open up, and your gallants and your steel helms charge out into the
Well, that's such a cool way of like fighting.
This is just a really weird, fun, bonkers unit.
That's such a cool bit of lore, that is.
They fight very well as well. Those are Gargant level stat lines in combat, and on the back of them they also have that enormous cannon which can make a mess of enemies.
Yeah, literal Gargants. They're not Mega Gun, just Gargants. Wow.
Fantastic. So we also saw, as well as these, a new kit which is known as Dawners Triumph.
Ooh.
This is kind of like a floating
piece of terrain
for the warriors of the Cities of Sigmar as they travel across the mortal realms and launch their crusade, and it's kind of a remembrance of all of the fighters that have given their
That's a
lives.
really cool piece of terrain, actually. I think there's some cool stuff you can do with that. Have they made any Cities of Sigmar Warhammer Plus animations where they fight? I don't know. Not yet, actually, I don't think. I'm trying to think what animations they've done on Warhammer Plus for Cities of Sigmar. Let me have a quick nosy on my...
You can imagine that this memorial will form an iconic part of that city somewhere in the landscape.
Have a quick nosy, just in case.
A memorial they take with them. In game terms, it offers you buffs to units around it, so they fight harder in its presence.
Yeah, absolutely. There's also, for the Cities of Sigmar, a new Regiment of Renown on the way.
Ooh, new regiment. Oh, nice. It's the Warcry Warband and the Vendenst. That's nice.
Maybe they're hunting down the soul-like grave lords or demons or other things.
This is very, very nice.
Into other order armies.
Yep.
So you're going up against demons, undead, enemy wizards, that sort of thing.
So there's an animation called Sigmar's Toll, but I think that's based around Stormcast Eternals. So no cities of Sigmar quite yet.
The core hunters, so the perfect accompaniment to scout out the enemy, to locate them, and maybe sort of in place with the missile fire. That's a lot of stuff for the cities of Sigmar, right?
Is there even more for Age of Sigmar?
We are not done yet.
Ooh.
Do you want to see some more?
Ooh.
Let's show you the next video.
Aye, we persist in an age of monsters. And there are foes that faith and valor alone cannot best. For such enemies, Sigmar again provides. Take heart, warriors of the God King! You fight in the shadow of behemoths. The cogforts of the Iron World march with us. With cannon and flame, we will drive back the enemies of Sigmar. With such engines of war at our side, how can mere monsters stand against us?
That is amazing. The Cannonade Cogfort.
The crowd has gone wild in the room. Here we have a fantastic new centerpiece model for the Cities of Sigmar armies. These are the Cogforts, and right now on your screen, you have the Cannonade Cogfort.
I love this model so much. It is such a cool addition. I think people who've collected Cities of Sigmar have basically been waiting for this kit.
This is so nice.
It was hinted at in some of the early battle tomes of the edition. It is finally here.
I am getting
plastic, and it is well worth waiting for.
Exactly that, Arby. Mortal Engines.
Yeah, we've seen this hinted at in some of the artwork and
100%.
even in the background of one of the scenes in an animation.
Yes.
This is the Cannonade Cogfort. It's the first one we'll talk about.
No, you nailed it on the head. Is exactly what they've just said.
Fortress equipped with 2 massive cannons. It's got point defense guns. It's powered by a Dwarven forged.
This is nice.
On the left, this is everything you want to carry the Crusade of Sigmar into the mortal realms.
Yeah, this is the shooty version of the Cogfort, right?
I reckon this is massive.
It's called a Godbreaker cannon. It is very, very good at killing almost anything. One of the cool things about it is that when you shoot it, you get to choose a different type of ammunition each time you fire. So
like,
if you're shooting at something that's got a wall save,
Hosier's moving castle, I win the name game.
You've got different abilities based on what you shoot at. It is a
I love it.
Powerful thing. It is probably the most dangerous ranged war machine in the game.
Absolutely. And it's not the only...
That's got to be 100 mil plus base, right?
The option for the Conqueror Cogfort. This is a different proposition entirely. It is equipped with a Realm Scorcher cannon. It is an enormous flamethrower.
Yeah, it does a ridiculous amount of damage. It kicks out 66 shots when it fires, which is phenomenally good for a
66 shots.
The other thing that's got in its belly, instead of a cannon, you effectively have a drawbridge and sally port. You can transport a unit inside the Cogfort and then charge out of the front of it into combat. So once you've broken the back of the enemy forces with your shooting, you can then charge into the still on fire enemy.
Oh, I reckon, yeah, night size, if not bigger.
Or something like that, and kill
Let's make it bigger.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at some of the details of these kits.
Wow, that's
Here you can see
so
some of the things we've
cool.
talked about. The first one would be in the
I'll
top
take myself.
right-hand corner of the screen. You can
Wow,
see
look at
now
them.
what the interior looks like if you lift off that.
Oh, I
roof.
love that paint scheme on the
So
green.
there's so much detail in this kit. Before I was talking about the different types of ammunition you can fire. You can see the different types of ammunition stacked up behind the gunners. So it's almost like a mini diorama inside.
That's so
the kit.
nice.
You can also see the sally port and drawbridge down if you want to. You can roll it out of the
This
kit.
is a cracking preview so
imagine
far.
the troops charging down the front.
Yes, the Wild Wild
West.
West.
My favourite detail you
Yes.
actually see on the very left of the screen, and this is the Dwarden forged furnace that powers the entire Cogfort. And there's an interesting clue
That's
to
so
a piece of
cool.
story about it. You can see sandbags hanging on the side. This is the most valuable and important part. These are forged by the Ironworld Arsenal.
That's true.
And if everything's going wrong, they'll launch a hot air balloon device out of the top, power it by the furnace, detach it from the Cogfort and
Wow,
fly it
that's
away,
cool.
because that's the bit you have to save.
Yeah, the engine basically of the Cogfort is the valuable
Gonna pop
part.
myself
That's what
back
the
now.
enemy's trying to get to. There's some other cool
Castle
stuff we can
Punk
tell you about
1277.
we can jump to the next slide.
So
Yes.
this is, the first thing is, you might like to include a cog fort in your Cities of Sigma army.
I can see this kicking off its own faction like Knights and Sons of Bahamut did. Yeah.
You can have an army of renown that is entirely made up of cog forts.
You can have a whole army of renown of them.
It is called the Iron March, and effectively it does a few things. So first of all, it gives you a bunch of extra rules if you really just like cog forts and you want to just have lots of them.
Oh, that's
The other
cool.
thing that it does is unlocks 2 more types of cog fort you can build in your force. So the basic kit is either 2 cannons or a flamethrower and the sally port. In the Iron March, you can swap the tops over basically. So you can have 1 cannon, 1 flamer, or you can have the cannon and the sally port. The only other unit you can include in this army is the Free Guild Gallants, which basically give you a way to have something inside the Conqueror cog fort.
You have 4 of these. There's one hidden behind the preview logo. That's a whole army.
What if you really like cog forts and you don't have a Cities of Sigma army?
That's also a great question, Adam. Well, there is a regiment of renown in the Cities of Sigmar battle tome, which allows you to take a cog fort in any Age of Sigmar army. There are
Oh, hell
cog
yes!
forts in the realms who have decided basically to go privateer.
Any Age of Sigmar army, you can run one of these.
Across the Mortal Realms, selling their services to the highest bidder. There are some cog forts whose occupants have given in to the sway of chaos.
Oh, that's
There are
amazing.
cog forts who the occupants have died and been resurrected by dark forces of the realm of death. Or been paid to work in
Oh,
mercenary armies
the
in
kit bashes and stuff for that's going to be insane.
Cool cog fort in your army, you absolutely can, and it also opens up some great opportunities for conversions. I can already imagine people doing
yes.
undeath or destruction or chaos cog forts.
Absolutely. So this really is
That is so cool. As it any? Yeah, you could put one in your Caradrons.
The rules for it and everything you need.
Yeah,
to know
definitely
on
need a
the
siege
board
mode, 100%.
Will be included in the forthcoming Order Battle Tome, Cities of Sigmar, which is everything you need to be using these in your games. Of Age of Sigmar.
Yeah, all the stuff you would normally expect in a battle tome is in there as well.
Oh.
But it's not the only thing on its way for Age of Sigmar.
There is a new spearhead.
Oh.
This is City of Ash, and it includes 2 forces.
Wait. New Skaven.
I feel like the room has picked up on one. I'll very briefly explain. The first place you'll be able to get your hands on the Grenadiers, the Gallants, the Malice Forge Priest, and Mr. Creel is inside this box. Let's talk about the other things we can see on the screen.
Oh, that's so
Up
cool.
against him is a long-anticipated expansion.
Yes! Night Runners, finally!
For the forces of Clans Eshin. The last time we had a sizable release for Clans Eshin was wartime, basically.
Half my life ago.
A
Wow.
long time ago. So it's the
Yeah,
well overdue
that's
for some
wild.
updates, and the updates are phenomenally cool. So let's go through what you've got. You get some Night Runners.
They're like the lowest rung in the Clans Eshin.
They are
right?
the bottom rung of your Clans Eshin, but still very useful little sneaky.
That's
stuff
so
for you to run
cool.
around, throw in shuriken and stabbing enemies in the back. The next unit you have up are the Gutter Runners. They are
These are
also in this
so
box.
nice.
Gutter Runners are
Yes.
the kind of mid-tier, I suppose, of the Clans Eshin. They are. They've gone through.
Oh,
the ranks.
these
They
are
were Night Runners,
stunning.
graduated to Gutter Runners. There's some really characterful, fun little models in this. You've got some with poison weapons.
I love
some with
these.
the
These are
classic
great.
Kind of, double-bladed punch daggers, and all of the Gutter Runners have got. That
Oh, these
slightly
look
longer,
fantastic.
shadowy cloak on them as well. They
Yeah,
look really cool.
absolutely. Obviously, somebody needs to lead this spearhead. This is a model you'll be familiar with if you follow the Skaven.
Oh, the Deathmaster.
Warhammer Age of Sigmar. This is a Deathmaster. He is lovely. We've seen him before. Would you like to see another Deathmaster? Then may we introduce you to Deathmaster Crixit.
Ooh.
So, Deathmaster Crixit is probably the most notorious of all the Deathmasters currently working in Skavenblight. He is so confident in his abilities as an assassin that he's made his identity public, which is almost unheard of for a Deathmaster. He has
that's
slain many
cool.
rivals and many enemy heroes. In game terms, he is an absolute blender of a character. Like, more than, I think, 13 attacks, something like that, like a ludicrous number of attacks.
No worries, Natman.
I think it's 13.
You get yourself some sleep, my friend.
He is very, very good, as you would imagine, at killing enemy heroes, but such a good
Yes,
character.
it's definitely going on longer than I thought.
And the way that they've rendered this character, they captured the sort of, almost it looks like his cloak is made of smoke as it sort of
Maybe it
drifts
is.
want-
There's certainly a little
I wanted to do a Deathmaster on my Cartoon Palooza the other year. Maybe we'll bring back the Cartoon Palooza. That would be a fun one to do.
crumbling
This gets me thinking, I buy this castle, a kit, a stomper, and use the 4 legs and the other bits to make a rustic stomper for beast snaggers. Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, so this box set, City of Ash, is actually set in Embergard. Embergard was the location of the Warhammer Plus animation that we had last year.
Oh, that's cool.
Animation is effectively the sequel to this box set. Embergard was a quite prosperous city of Sigmar. It is now basically in ruins after the events of the Skaven Tide. But one of the things you get in the box is lots of these cool ruined buildings.
That, what a great box. 2 spearheads, play head to head. Very clever way of doing that. Very clever.
The box will also,
I like this.
available separately, so if you just like the idea of a battlefield that looks like a built-up area in Age of Sigmar, this gives you a chance to do that.
That's a really cool way of doing it.
Everything that is included within Spearhead City of Ash. So you've got all
Yeah, you don't need much for Spearhead. Spearhead's very minimal. You get, normally it's like 2 buildings and a couple of little debris, little scatter bits. It's very minimal for Spearhead. Yeah.
It's the perfect lunchtime game.
It's a self-contained box as well, so even if you've never played Age of Sigmar before, this actually gives you everything you need to start playing.
Oh, that's cool. Everything you need to play.
Really cool anticipated armies as well. Like Eshin, players have been looking forward to this for
That's
a really long
very
time.
nice.
New Cities of Sigmar stuff, this is a great way to pick up a few of those new units as well. So
That's very, very cool.
yourself or split it with a
Yeah, very Mordheimy. Yeah, very much so. Zombie 3 is done. I'll geek out the rest of the preview with you on Friday afternoon. No worries, Natmad. We'll catch you later, my friend. Thank you so much for sticking with us.
We are still not done.
Oh, good lord. I want to go to bed.
Back to the grim darkness of the 41st millennium.
Oh. Oops, sorry.
We have a really exciting video to show you now. Let's go back to 40.
It's 40k.
Armageddon, the war world. Its soil is worthless, salted by the blood and sweat of generations. War is all that remains. It rises from the dust and echoes in the sky, a promise, a cacophony of endings. Sanguinius' sons, angels of death. We belong here. Our veins burn with his wrath. Our twin hearts hammer with his rage. War is all that we know. This world must hold. There can be no retreat. There can be no mercy. There can be no peace. There is only war.
New edition?
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the new cinematic trailer for a new edition of Warhammer 40,000.
Oh, they did it! They announced it! No way!
Did you like what you saw?
Blood Angels versus
Let's
Orcs.
talk about it for just a minute, because I thought that was amazing.
Yeah, we saw some very, very cool stuff in there.
Wow.
Obviously, there's some Blood Angels in there, there's some Orcs. We're going back to Armageddon. Very cool location. There was some units we've maybe not seen before. That new big Orc Walker, I don't think we'd ever seen one of those.
Yeah, absolutely. And a classic returning unit, slightly redesigned in a land speeder, that, like, very familiar for those.
Ooh, interesting. Okay.
Looked a little bit like
Okay.
to me as well.
Absolutely so.
Bit, maybe.
Yeah. So there's a lot to like in that trailer. My favourite moment was, I think for many people might agree, when the chaplain really gets in amongst it.
I think my favourite moment is when the Orc Psyker just kind of vomited across everybody. That was
and
good.
then he takes a Croesus to the face.
Yeah.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
Love it.
Ooh. Let's have a look at the model, shall we?
Announce a new edition of Warhammer 40,000. We're really excited to talk to you about that for a few minutes now. So let's start by diving into the game.
Okay. It's a new 40k. Try and look surprised.
It's new Warhammer 40,000. Let's talk about the game. Eddie, what can you tell us?
Yeah, so a new edition of Warhammer 40,000 obviously means a new core engine to drive this edition. That means loads of changes to all sorts of aspects of the game. We're going to talk about some of those in a little bit. We're going to give you an idea about some of the things that might be changing and what it means for you in your game. But it means so much more than just the rules. It also means new cool stuff about the lore and the universe. You got a little bit of a hint of it there. We are going back to Armageddon, which is obviously one of the most important and pivotal and, I guess, coolest locations.
It's just such an iconic setting for Warhammer 40,000.
Imagine if that was Titus.
And we've set it up really in an interesting way with the return of Garrick. And we're going to continue telling stories here and in other exciting places of the galaxy.
Yeah, and you got a bit of a sense of what might be happening in that cinematic as well. We are setting up in the return of Yarrick what happens before the events of this new edition. Effectively, you have the Imperial forces, the human forces of Armageddon are bracing for this enormous wave of orcs that is bearing down on them.
I'm
Rathsacre is in the
intrigued.
lead of that, but Ghazghkull and his legions are not far behind. They signal for help, and the help comes in the form of an enormous new Space Marine crusade, which is composed of all sorts of different chapters. The Blood Angels are obviously there, but you also have lots of other ones. The Ultramarines.
We saw Ultramarines in the video,
Yeah,
right?
Ultramarines are there as well as things like Black Templars, the Salamanders, the White Scars are there, all the classics.
So it's a classic Space Marine crusade.
That's kind of cool.
Returning
It's a good old-fashioned Space Marine crusade.
once again to the war world. And if you know anything about orcs, you know that the chance of a fight being bigger just brings more of them in. This is Ghazghkull's third run at it now. So the war that's going to hit this world is like nothing we've ever seen before.
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. So, in addition to talking about the setting, we should show you what the launch box looks like.
Okay, Armageddon launch box. Interesting.
This is Warhammer 40,000 Armageddon. It is a new launch box for a new edition. You can see in that artwork something quite nostalgic is happening. Anybody old enough in the room might be getting the same feeling in their heart as me.
Yeah.
This really reminds me of my youth. Here you can see we're going to do an interesting thing with
Thunderhawks on the box.
It's a lot like the second edition of 40k to look at.
Yes.
But realised in fantastic, like, new artwork.
Yeah, there's some lovely little touches there that kind of nod to this original piece of artwork. Things like the heavy support Space Marine in the bottom right-hand corner, the placement.
That's really cool.
The
Thunderhawks are in the background. We get a plastic Thunderhawk.
That piece of artwork, obviously, from one of the earlier wars for Armageddon, we are going back there with the Vengeance, and the Blood Angels and Orcs are taking center stage. A couple of things to say about this box as well. We're going to tell you a little bit more about some of the things that might be in this box today. We're not going to tell you everything. Some of that will be coming later. But this is an enormously cool box with loads of new Space Marines, loads of new Orcs, and all the rules and stuff that you'll need.
Absolutely. So let's... we imagine lots of you in this room want to know a bit more about the rules and what you can expect to change in the way you play, right? You're here to play games this weekend. So let's talk a little bit about those rules. And let's start with our first point, which is we want to talk about that unified experience.
Yeah, so right now in Warhammer 40,000, you have the idea of narrative play and the idea of match play. And what that's kind of meant is that we kind of have two pools of people.
And never the twain shall meet.
And who play Warhammer 40,000. And what we think, actually, is that every game of Warhammer 40,000 should feel like a rich and immersive narrative, whether you're playing at home or you're playing at the top tables of a tournament.
Interesting.
And every game should feel balanced and exciting, and you're never sure who's going to win. So we are sort of breaking down some of the barriers between narrative play and match play.
Okay.
So generally,
I'm
all of your games
intrigued.
should feel balanced, and narrative is injected into the heart of all ways to play Warhammer 40,000.
Fantastic.
Very intrigued. Okay, that speaks to me a lot.
About the current rules
More
that
narrative.
Available to them. So we can maybe reassure you. At launch, your codex still works.
Way! Good.
So this is a really important point. In some editions of Warhammer 40,000 in the past, we have seen what's sometimes referred to as like a re-indexing of the edition.
Absolutely.
That isn't happening this time round. If you have a codex at home today on your shelf,
that will continue to work until that codex is eventually replaced over the normal course of releases.
Nice.
That also applies to the campaign books that are being released. So if you picked up
nice.
500 Worlds or Maelstrom, or you're looking at the Return of Yarrick, all the rules in those will still work in the new edition.
Okay, cool.
Fantastic.
Cool beans. Yeah, good shout, good move.
If you want new ways to use the models you've got in your collection, or an excuse to get new models, there's going to be loads of new detachments coming.
17 new detachments.
Yeah, so this is really big. Right on the first day of the new edition, there will be over 70 new detachments for Warhammer 40,000 for loads of different armies, which will immediately shake up the way that you play and give you loads of new options in terms of being able to put units on the table in fun and exciting ways. A lot of them focus on units that maybe haven't had a chance to shine in the current edition, and let you play in ways that you've never been able to put a force together before.
Yeah, it's really exciting and a really novel and interesting thing for players to sink their teeth into, right? Your codex is existent already, but there's going to be a new thing for you to get to grips with right away.
Okay, I like that.
The detachments actually work in a slightly different way to the current detachments as well. You can continue to use your current detachments, but there will also be a different way you can put together your army. One of the advantages of the detachments, the new ones that are coming and ones we'll see in the future, is that the detachment system is now modular. So, for example, if you have an army that contains Terminators and bikes, like you, and you wanted, I want some special rules for my bikes, but I also like some special rules for my Terminators, you can now take two smaller detachments and combine them together to create an army that works exactly
that's
as you would
cool.
imagine your army should work on the tabletop.
Absolutely. And this is going to really shake things up, right? Oh, there's some applause. They
could have said it's over 69. They missed their shot.
Who've enjoyed Warhammer 40,000. What we want is to be able to sort of build an army that fits our imagination from those great stories that we've read and those iconic
cool.
scenes.
I like that.
It's going to enable you to do that in a way which could be quite competitively rewarding, you know, and do some really interesting things to the game.
Definitely, you can pull it in a very competitive way and kind of build a great combo.
Or just completely forge the narrative,
But
right?
you can it's kind of designed really to let you absolutely have your army work the way you imagine it would.
I'm up for this. I'm very much up for this.
On the previous slides, will give you an idea about some of the detachments that might be coming, and some of them are fairly specific to certain units. So, for example, there is one that lets the Emperor's Champion really shine if you've got a Black Templar's army.
One specifically the Black Templars. That's nice.
Cornate Demon Engines have a boost if you're picking up one of the new Defilers, for example, and you've got Corn army. You can make those great. There's one that's
so I can have two 1.5k Space Wolves armies, basically.
Perfect. So next up, we should talk about how the fact that we've got some things to talk about. With regards to objectives.
Yeah, so this
is interesting.
This one is pretty big. So right now, when you play Warhammer 40,000, scattered across your tabletop, your beautifully painted tabletop, your beautifully painted armies and your beautiful terrain are scattered some weird circles that your guys have to go and stand on. There are no more objective marker circles in games of Warhammer 40,000. Instead, your troops will be battling over pieces of terrain. Taking and putting models onto pieces of terrain will be how you take them, and it immediately changes the way that you look at taking objectives, rather than just moving to
I like this.
Take a key position on the battlefield.
The idea is that your games will focus on the things that you imagine your soldiers doing when you're playing a game of Warhammer 40,000.
Okay.
I've never once daydreamed of taking a circle. I've daydreamed of my Dark Angels storming a bastion or taking a trench.
Which means I reckon, we said it's going to be a lot more terrain.
Imagine that packed with fantastic.
I reckon it's going to really shake up the terrain on the tables.
One of the other things that's going to change in terms of missions is going to be that the detachments that you choose will dictate the types of mission that you play. When an army goes into battle, it doesn't just go out with the intent of playing pitched battle against an enemy army. It will usually have a mission. It will be assigned, you have been sent out to disrupt the enemy's plans, or to capture ground, or
just to kill as many things as you can.
Take as many heads as you can. So there is a new system called Forced Disposition, which your detachments will unlock. And when you come to play a game, you and your opponent compare your forced dispositions, and that will generate the mission that you play. So your mission is to take ground, and your opponent's mission is to take heads. You will be given a mission to play that means that both of you are trying to enact the narrative that your army brings to the table.
Oh, that's so cool!
Next up, we should talk about some of the specific rule changes. The first up is that there's no more stratagem stacking.
Yeah.
Yes. Good change.
Like a popular one in the room. So right now, when you play a game of Warhammer 40,000, one of the go-to tactics is you save up all your command points and then you put them all into your best unit, and that unit becomes way better at fighting than it has any right to be, or far more durable. You have things like stacking Armor of Contempt alongside minuses to wound and decreased damage and all those sorts of things.
Okay.
In the new edition, you will need to choose which stratagem you would like to use on each unit per phase, and you can't have more than one. And it does all sorts of interesting stuff to the game. For example, if you have re-rolled your charge with a stratagem, you now can't use any other stratagems that turn, so you can't tank shock. If you have decided to use a stratagem to give you re-rolls to hit in combat, you don't get the chance to have another re-roll to wound on a tactical re-roll, for example.
It's going to really shake things up.
Yeah, that's really interesting. I like, though.
A change which is going to affect, in particular, the early phase of the game, which is the ability for units to stay hidden.
Yeah, so this is a really big one, especially in terms of how you're going to deploy your armies. You cannot target an enemy unit that has not shot unless you are within 15 inches of it. If it is in a piece of terrain.
So imagine when you deploy your army, you put your Devastator squad or your Astra Militarum heavy weapon teams in a trench work or like a fortification or in some ruined buildings. That scene in the movie where you look at the guys lying in ambush and staying out of sight. That's what you get on the tabletop. So you don't have to.
That's nice. I like that rule. I agree.
You can be in it and still get that same benefit.
Yeah, so and you get that benefit up until the point that your unit effectively joins the battle. So you can park that unit high up in the terrain feature where previously they'd have to hide, and they are safe unless the enemy gets very close or until you've taken your shot.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Next up, there's some changes to how combat works. So it's been cleaned up. Eddie, can you tell us more?
So there's some big changes across the combat phase. Some subtle ones, some big ones. We'll go through some of them, but there's lots more, and you get a chance to kind of look at those when you finally get the rules in your hand.
I'm so intrigued by this.
Rolling is now the standard. Most players kind of do it already, but the rules are now written to assume that you're rolling all your dice for a single kind of set of attacks together, rather than
clarifies it. That's much better.
So that makes combat much faster. Combat activation has changed. The biggest change there is that in your turn, your strikes first units now go before your opponent. And in game terms, that means...
Ooh, there's some cheers for that one.
In game terms, that means if you've charged into an enemy army and they've got strikes first, at least one of your units will get to go before they go.
That's good. That's what it should be. That's what it should be. I agree.
Pile-in and consolidate now happen together. So you do all of your pile-ins for everything in your army, and then you do all of the combats, and then you do all of the consolidates.
Ooh, that's going to annoy a lot of people, but I like that move.
It becomes much more about getting lots of your units into close combat, and less about...
Because people would just daisy chain and just so that's an interesting move.
And the final one is near to my heart, because I like those risky charge rolls, right? But when they don't pay off, you guys stand around doing nothing. So it's different now.
It is different. So the way that charges work now is that you pick your targets after you have rolled your dice.
Oh! That's a fantastic change.
So the first and most obvious thing is that if you move forward,
no pre-measuring.
To get that charge against the unit you were aiming for, and there's a closer unit, you can now charge them instead. So you generally end up with less units standing around and kind of having failed the charge.
Oh wait, no, you can still pre-measure.
It also means that occasionally you might get a unit into that big, long 12-inch charge that you wouldn't previously have tried, but you can now get in.
Oh, I like that.
This is a rule that just encourages you to get stuck into close combat.
Oh man, this is great.
Move forward and then end up standing around not being able to kill stuff.
More charges, more often.
More charges, more often. Perfect. Absolutely.
So next one, and I mentioned previously that I have a Astra Militarum Steel Legion army. They drive around in chimeras. This one's quite exciting for me. Tell us about combat disembark.
There is now a rule where if your transport is in combat with an enemy unit, you can just get out straight into combat.
Oh, nice. Rhino rushing is literally back. Oh, wow.
It's always the best idea because your unit will be battle shocked.
I think you hit the nail on the head. This feels like so much more fun.
It makes it very difficult to completely lock down a force that's trying to drive forward with combat units to get stuck in.
Absolutely. Next up, we should talk about the leaders and the impact they have in your games. Essentially, your leaders are always going to lead. Can you unpack that for us?
Yeah, so when you choose a model that can lead a unit, you now assign it when you build your army list. So if you have a chaplain and he's going to lead one of your units of Space Marines, you now write that in your army list rather than choosing before the game. But the thing that happens in-game is that if the unit is killed, the character keeps all the benefits of leading the unit that he would normally have. So
brilliant.
Your chaplain doesn't become inexplicably worse at combat because the guys next to him have died, and the same is true for all the different characters. So
that's a good change. Good change.
All of those heroes that have lost their unit can carry on being maximum heroic right up until the moment they die.
Yeah, absolutely. And I guess the last thing we should talk about, which connects to all of this, is there's going to be a huge refresh to the Warhammer 40,000 app.
Okay.
Yeah, so the Warhammer 40,000 app has already proven to be really useful. We know loads of you use it all the time. We're going to put loads of resource and effort into it to make it an even more valuable and essential thing. There's loads of things coming for it. One of the things we can announce today is that we're going to increase language support. So right now the app is only in English. Going forwards, it will have support for English, French, German, Italian, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, and Korean.
Well done remembering them all.
That's good, right?
Wow.
And that will start with core rules, mission rules, and combat patrol.
But
so that's not all that's coming for the app. There's loads of other things, but this is going to be a really.
But I want to be able to buy my codex through the app.
Regardless of what language you play Warhammer in.
Yeah, I had a chance to get told some of the cool things that are coming, and I can't reveal it yet. But it's going to be.
There's the one thing you can't do. You have to buy a codex and use the code from the codex in the app.
When I'm playing the game.
I'd like to be able to just buy a digital
We'll have
codex.
loads more about all the details of what those rules mean exactly on the Warhammer community website over the coming.
But I suppose I would.
days and weeks.
I suppose if you buy the physical book, you've still got the book when the edition changes.
Maybe
So
something from the new launch box. Would you like to see some new models?
this is the most interesting shake-up I think I've seen.
This.
I'm hyped. Ah, fair enough. Out. Wow, beautifully painted. I mean, Blood Angels, I'm hyped. You got to see one Blood Angel, nothing else.
So this is the
I was going to say, this reminds me of...
Space Marine models. We're going to show you him today. He's a Space Marine intercessor, and you see the coming together of old and new
Yeah.
types.
Yeah, so attrition has taken its toll on the Primaris Marines, and their shiny Tacticus armor that they went out into Crusade with has now had to be supplemented with parts of classic armor pieces. For us, though, that means that we get to use lots of very cool classic pieces like
That's
the Mark
very
7
cool.
helmet you can see.
It's
on
a
the
good
Space
look,
Marine.
right?
It's a good look. It's a good look. And that is the sort of thing you can look forward to going forwards. Lots of the Space Marines in this box will have elements of classic armor that you might recognize.
Oh, I like
from earlier
that.
editions and earlier sets mixed in.
Yes,
amongst
yeah, I
the,
agree. Lots of second edition nods.
The Mark X Tacticus suits.
Yeah, absolutely. I like there's some lovely little details here. He's got the sort of the Purity Scroll style ribbon wrapped around his bolt rifle, all inscribed. The Primaris, when we first saw them, the Primaris Space Marines look quite clean cut, right? And they're increasingly blending in with.
They're getting a bit more gothic.
I like these.
Absolutely. I really
I like these.
One of the other things to note as well about this model and all of the models in the box set is that while he looks very cool, painted as a Blood Angel, there is nothing sculpted onto that model to say it needs to be a Blood Angel. So if you have
As it is with start sets, as it should be. So yeah, you can paint them up as Space Wolves if you wanted to, Shrimp.
You can paint him as any Space Marine chapter you like.
Fantastic. Would you like to see something from the other side?
Yes, please. Show us the Orc.
Let's see an orc then.
June 26th. At least we know when it's coming out. Shoot or chopper.
So this is an
Why not
orc
both?
boy from the upcoming Armageddon launch box, and something's a bit different about him, right?
Yeah, so I think some of you already clocked it in the video, and obviously you can see it there on screen. In previous editions, in previous versions of the Orc box set, you had to choose whether you wanted to give your Orcs a shooter or a chopper. You can now have both.
That's a great change. Great change for Orc players. That's fantastic.
Going to the battlefield without carrying the biggest gun that he can carry. So going forwards, Orc boys are assumed to have whatever weapon the situation demands.
Get yourself a boy that can do both, right?
Yes.
I love it. So we got one more sneaky tease of things that are coming in this box right now, and that is that we can confirm for certainty there is at least one squid in the box.
I love it. I love it. MVP right here.
That went down quite well. You will need to wait a little bit longer to see the rest. Stay your disappointment. It'll be worth the wait, we promise. That brings us to the end of all of our reveals.
Does it?
Did you like what you saw?
Does it? Is it the end? You said you were going back to Heresy.
I guess what we need to do now is bring this thing home and wrap up this preview. First of all, thank you so much for bearing with us through the technical difficulties. You have been amazing as an audience. We've loved.
Nah, there's going to be something else.
Your attitude and your energy has carried this through for us. So thank you all for being here. We've had so much to show you. It's been really exciting. We've delved into Warhammer 40,000 and Kill Team, Horus Heresy, the Warhammer Plus TV show.
It's been a cracking reveal, you know. Really solid reveal.
Downstairs, if you're here at Adepticon, our friends at Joy Tour with the Space Marine helmet, Underworlds, Warhammer Age of Sigmar with the incredible Cockfort, and the biggest news in years and years with a new edition of Warhammer 40,000. Eddie, what was your favourite thing in the show?
I mean, obviously I'm very excited about a new edition of Warhammer 40,000, but I am immediately going to buy a Cogfort the second it's available.
Yeah, the Cogforts look fantastic.
I'm so excited about the Cogforts.
So I'm going to have 5. I am completely taken with Commissar Graves and Vigilance. I need that in my life so bad. But I'm very excited about a lot of the things that we saw and showed. Right, don't forget, guys, if you haven't already, subscribe to the new Warhammer 40,000 official YouTube channel so you can get all of access to these.
Nah, I feel there's going to be one more tease, right?
As we lead up to the launch of the new edition. What remains is to thank a bunch of people. First,
yeah, I think Eddie's okay. I think it's because they only have one mic, and it's. I think Adam is just naturally louder, so they've probably got him to use it through the technical difficulties.
It's incredible to be able to feel the energy in a room like this and to talk about Warhammer. Thank you to the team who've put on the preview, all the video guys who made the videos and put all the images together, ran the tech for persevering and making it all work. We really appreciate all of their efforts. Let them know it.
Oh, the bike is the Wazdaka Gutsmech. Is the character.
I would like to personally thank all of you for making this such a great preview. We have loved being with you for the last 2 hours. Thank you so much for making this a memorable experience.
Is there a tease?
All of you in the room.
Give us a tease. Give us a tease.
We're going to leave you now. It has been a pleasure and a delight to be with you for this time. Eddie, thank you.
Oh, it's a pleasure. Anytime.
Awesome. We will see you again very soon. Good night.
Oh no, there's no tease. Okay. You know what? All the props right there. All the props to the fact that they got through that with all those technical difficulties and still delivered a cracking show. I tip my hat. I tip my headphones. I tip my headphones right there. Nah, no tease. No Primarch. Interesting. No Primarch. They got us. And they're sat there going, Lamau, got him. That's what they're doing. Interestorino. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. So. Very, very interesting there. What do you reckon? Did you guys enjoy that? I very much thoroughly enjoyed it, and I am very, very much looking forward to sitting and dissecting this and chatting about it and all that, which is going to be really, really cool. It's just going to be awesome. Is it the LA Open soon? I don't know when that is. I'm not sure, if I'm honest. I'll be spending some money in June. Yeah, I feel like I'm going to be in the same boat. I'll most likely end up being in the same boat. Let me just turn off that background music. Yeah, when it comes to June, I feel like I'm probably going to end up being having to pick something up. I mean, June is my birthday anyway, so I feel like I might get lucky. But yes. So I think I reckon June is when it drops. I think we will get a special dedicated preview to it next month, is what I think. End of next month, maybe start of May. Around about a month or so before, 6 weeks or so before, there'll be something. But everything they've said about the new rule systems genuinely really appeals to me. I have not played any really of 10th. I did the demo days at Warhammer Fest when they announced it, and it just didn't click. And it just wasn't for me. It just wasn't one of those ways it worked. However, this sounds absolutely phenomenal. Like, this sounds fantastic. And I cannot wait. Like, I love the fact it's going to be more narrative. I love the fact that you can't stack stratagems, because that was one of the things I could never quite get my head around. Like, what's the best combo here? And it kind of felt like you had one core unit, like a bomb unit, which was just going to go in and go boom. And then you buffed it, and I always felt that it wasn't necessarily, like, you know, not every army would have a Vanguard kind of style, quick, send in the heavy hitters. Not every army would. And for me, it was just one of those. So I think they're correcting a lot of great things. They're making a lot of really positive changes, which makes me very, very excited. I am going to do kind of some speed updates of, like, here's everything that was announced. I'm going to try and get some of those, so check out my socials for them. We're going to properly dissect this. I'm going to have some time to go away, read all the articles on Friday and Sunday streams this week. We're going to go through a load of it on Friday, and we're going to go through a load of it on Sunday. So that's 100% what's going to happen right there. So, you know, I'm very excited. But as I will, as I said, very much a case of getting ready to head off now, because it is very late. Very, very late. Thank you, Gits, for the follow. Much appreciated. Thank you for the follow. It is very late, so we are going to wind down and raid off and spread some love. I think at this point is 100% where we're gonna head over to, just because I have got work in like 5 hours. So I better I should probably go and chill for it. But yes, so I should, that side of it. So, can I find someone to raid over to and say hello to? I think everyone's probably going to be doing the same thing, so it's going to be a mad rush to dip out of there. Let's have a look. I wasn't sure if the bot's going to work with the new OBS update, but hopefully the sub raid is there. Let's fire over to where are we gonna go spread the love? Where should we go drop you guys off to? And where are we at? It looks like everyone's abandoning ship. If in all fairness, it looks like everybody is. So I think we're gonna do something we very, very rarely do, and we're gonna call stream there. We're not gonna raid, just because I've already just looked at 3 people who are now raiding off. So we're now raiding off at this point. So we're just gonna because one of the things we don't want to happen is someone to raid into us as well. So very rarely we do this, but I feel it's probably the right move for it. So all I'm going to say there, folks, is thank you so much. It has been a delight of a stream. Thank you for keeping me company for the last nearly 7 hours. It's on a Wednesday night as well, which has been fantastic. We're going to be back on Friday. We're going to be dissecting all of that information, and you guys, you've been fantastic. Thank you so much. Thank you, Night for the raid. Thank you, everyone, for all the new follows. Thank you so much to Rusty and Scoot for the subs. It's been amazing. Thank you so much for it. But yeah, I think we've only never raided off twice in the 5 years we've done it. But I'm just looking here, and I'm just seeing people start dropping off, and I think it's probably the safest bet here. But folks, thank you so much. And as always, please remember to stay safe, stay positive, and above all, be an ambassador for your hobby. We will catch you all on Friday. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much. Bye!